Hi and welcome to our channel. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 best Hollywood movies of 2024 so far. This year has started with a bang, especially with sequels taking the spotlight. Interestingly, there haven't been any new Marvel or DC films yet, except for the upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine set to release in July 2024. So let's dive in and see which movies are worth watching and which ones have been the best so far. Let's get started. Number 10. Lisa Frankenstein. Lisa Frankenstein is a 2024 comedy horror movie directed by Zelda Williams. The story is set in 1989 and follows Lisa, a high school senior who feels lonely and upset after her dad remarries. She finds comfort in a graveyard and is particularly drawn to a tomb of a young man. When lightning strikes the tomb, the young man comes back to life as a zombie. Lisa decides to keep her new zombie friend a secret and tries to find his missing body parts to keep him alive. The movie is colorful, with lots of pink and blue, capturing the feel of the late 80s. The costumes are also great, perfectly matching each character's personality. Overall, it's a funny and entertaining movie, but the mystery about Lisa's family is left unresolved. Number 9. Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire is a 2024 monster action-adventure film directed by Adam Wingard. It's a follow-up to the 2021 movie Godzilla vs. Kong. The story starts with Kong enjoying his time in the Hollow Earth, while Godzilla stays on the surface to fight titans. Kong finds more of his kind in the Hollow Earth, ruled by Scar King and his frost-breathing titan, Shimo. Kong and Godzilla must team up to stop them from destroying the Earth. The movie explores the mysteries of Skull Island and Hollow Earth's history. Though the story is simple and a bit predictable, fans will love the epic battles between Godzilla and Kong. It's another big hit at the box office. Number 8. Damsel, Damsel is a 2024 dark fantasy film directed by Juan Carlos Fresnadillo. It's not as grand as Lord of the Rings, but it's still worth watching. The story follows Elodie, a young woman from a poor village, who accepts a marriage proposal from a prince in a distant kingdom. When she gets to the palace, she meets the king and wakes up in a dark cave, realizing she's being used to settle the royal family's debts to a dangerous dragon. She must escape while avoiding the dragon's attacks. The film deals with themes of deception and redemption, but turns into a survival story. The dragon looks fantastic, and Elodie's performance is captivating, even though there's not much dialogue. However, the plot is quite generic and relies on old cliches. Number 7. The Beekeeper. The Beekeeper is a 2024 action thriller directed by David Ayer. Jason Statham, known for his action-packed roles, stars in this film, adding another hit to his list. The story begins with a woman named Eloise Parker, who tragically takes her own life after losing $2 million to cybercriminals. Her tenant, Adam, who is also a beekeeper, is devastated by her death and vows to get revenge on the criminals. But Adam isn't just any beekeeper. He's a former member of a secret and deadly group called the Beekeepers, whose job is to protect the country's peace by any means necessary. While The Beekeeper may not reach the heights of action films like John Wick, it remains gripping and satisfying with its straightforward plot. The film did well at the box office, earning over $150 million worldwide. If you're in the mood for a solid action movie, this is a good pick. Number 6. Land of Bad. Land of Bad is a 2024 war action movie directed by William Eubank. The film follows Sergeant Jay Kenny, who joins a special military operations team on a critical mission to rescue kidnapped comrades from local militants. During the mission, the team gets ambushed, and Kenny, along with Army drone operator Captain Eddie Grimm, becomes their best hope for survival. The movie successfully balances the feel of classic war films with the harsh realities of modern warfare. Its depiction of military life is impressive, and the intense drama keeps viewers hooked, making them feel the dangers and challenges faced by the characters. The film doesn't shy away from showing the brutal and raw aspects of combat, from bloody scenes to fierce gunfights, making it both gripping and heartbreaking to watch. Number 5. Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is a funny movie directed by Gil Kenan in 2024. It continues the story from Ghostbusters Afterlife in 2021. It's set 3 years later, focusing on the Spengler family meeting again at the famous New York City firehouse. They team up with the original Ghostbusters, who are studying ghosts in secret. The adventure starts when an old object releases a dark power. Both old and new Ghostbusters work together to save the world from a coming ice age. The movie has nostalgic moments but lacks new ideas and deep emotions, especially for Phoebe. It's fun with some familiar faces, but it misses Ivan Reitman, who was important to the Ghostbusters series. Overall, it entertains but doesn't meet high expectations. Number 4. The Ministry of UnGentlemanly Warfare. The Ministry of UnGentlemanly Warfare is a comedy-action spy movie directed by Guy Ritchie in 2024. It's set in 1939 and based on real British history from World War II. The story follows Operation Postmaster, where British soldiers used daring tactics against the Germans. They changed the war and inspired modern special operations like the British SAS. The movie is sometimes slow and predictable, but its action and brave characters keep it exciting. Alan Ritchson's strong acting adds to its appeal. Overall, it's an exciting and mostly true story about World War II. Number 3. Monkey Man. Monkey Man is a thriller directed by Dev Patel in 2024. It's about a man named Kid who fights in a secret arena wearing a gorilla mask. His boss is cruel and only pays him when he gets hurt. Kid has a dark past and wants revenge. He plans to get close to a crime boss named Queenie to get back at those who hurt him. The movie reveals why he seeks revenge. Inspired by action films like John Wick, Monkey Man has intense scenes and deep emotion. The training and final battle are thrilling. Despite some slow parts and weak characters, Dev Patel's first movie as director is satisfying. Number 2. The Promised Land. The Promised Land is a drama directed by Nicola Jarecki in 2024. It's set in the 1700s and follows Danish King Frederick Fi's plan to develop grasslands in Jutland. But the land is dangerous, with wolves and rough ground, scaring people away. Ludwig Kalen, a soldier, tries to follow the king's orders and develop the land for glory and money. But he clashes with a cruel landowner, Frederick de Schinkel, who thinks he owns the land. Ludwig's wife, Anne Barbara, joins him, and de Schinkel tries to force them out. The story shows their survival and political struggles. With its historical setting and Mads Mikkelsen's acting, this movie is great for fans of historical dramas. Number 1. Dune Part 2. Dune Part 2 is a sci-fi movie directed by Denis Villeneuve in 2024. It continues right after the first movie, with Paul Atreides joining the Freeman people after his father's murder by House Harkonnen. They took over the planet Arrakis unfairly. The Fremen accept Paul and teach him their ways. As Paul learns about his visions and destiny, he leads the Fremen against House Harkonnen in a big battle for the planet's spice. Dune Part 2 got great reviews for its amazing visuals, action, and direction. It earned over $500 million and did better than the first movie. It sets up the sequel, Dune Messiah. This movie is a big cinematic experience that's even better than expected. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe for more movie and series suggestions.